everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and this is Creativity and Inspiration. I am so happy you are all here today, and if you're new, welcome. I am super excited. Today we are finally talking about organization. So today is the fourth video in the series, kind of the mini series I've been doing about getting ready for the new year, preparing yourself to hit the year running, so to speak, First, we did setting our goals, resolutions, whatever other term you would like to use for it. That was the first video. The second video was about writing down everything negative, our sadness, our failures, our frustrations, and throwing it away or burning it, whichever appealed to you most, and taking it out and getting it away from you and getting rid of it. That's it. Once you wrote it down, you were done. And the third one was writing what we're thankful for, what we are appreciative, what motivates us, okay? So today is the last video in this process for me. Now, you may have more steps, but for me, the last step in the process, so the last video, is being organized, because being organized helps me stay on track. It will help me accomplish my goals. It will help me have less frustrations, less anxiety, all that negative stuff, and it will help me be really thankful for what I'm able to do. So, organization is different for everybody. Everybody's spaces are different, everybody's belongings are different, and if you have more or less, that's not saying anything about you. We're all different. We're all different ages. We're all different countries. We're all different. So whatever you have is awesome, and I'm going to give you some ideas to organize it. Now, organization can be, a zillion different things. I'm going to give you some cost options, some low cost, some high cost. I'm going to give you a couple of different stores. This is not sponsored, so please don't feel like it is. It's not. No store has paid me to film in their store or to talk about their store. We will do the paid options first, and then we will go into some that we can make ourselves. And I kind of have a mixture going on. And I think that's how everybody probably is. You have a mixture of paid or store-bought, and then you have some options where you've made them yourself. So let's get into this video I took yesterday when I went to Walmart. And this is going to be where we start our paid options. So I'm going to let you watch my footage from yesterday. I am kind of talking about where I'm at, show you some prices, and then I'll pick back up when it's done. Okay guys, we're at the storage containers, but these are all really big. But if you need some options, there's definitely some good ones. That's a good size right there. Those are a good size. Prices are about that. Here's some $5.48, which is probably that. Now this would be good for paper. Let's bring this one down. Okay, this would be good for some paper. But okay, I was gonna say make sure it has the sticker. So this would be good to put some 8.5 by 11 paper in. If you had scrapbook size paper, you definitely would want bigger. And the thing is, that's the only one of that. But again, we've got a lot of the shoebox size, which are good for if you want to store stuff. This is a really small size, but it's good if you don't have much of pencils, crayons, or whatever. And here's a good size. This is a good size too for stickers and everything. This is a great size for stickers. So getting organized, there's a lot of different options. This one, if you wanted this one, it would hold paper. And you could do 3 different drawers. Or felt. Again, there's these options as well. And the little ones are great for stickers. These are good for stickers, pens, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of options available. Sorry, my list. There's a lot of options available. Okay, if you wanted something a little more decorative, they have these. I'm not sure how you open it. Again, these are good for paper and stuff. Oh look, the black one actually has its handle. So these would be cute if you want something bigger. And look, they have bigger options. This one would be great for scrapbook paper. It's a nice size. If I didn't already have shelves in my closet, I would probably grab that one. It's got a lot of space. Oh, and how much is that one? That's $56. That's kind of high. But then they have that size up there as well. So there's a lot of options. There's another option as well. That would be good for organizing a lot of the size. Prices are not too bad. Okay, I came over to the laundry section and these metal like carton things. They say fresh and clean, but they're actually nice. But these would be good for organizing. If you want to organize in your laundry room, you could definitely put a scoop, a laundry powdered soap in there, or the scoops. But this one could go in a craft room as well, and it's metal if you didn't want to plastic. Okay, I'm still in the laundry section, and you know, you can use shoe organizers for more than shoes. It's over the door storage that you could utilize. There's a lot of like closet organizations that could work in a craft room. These are nice. These are big. I can't stand there. These are nice. You could use for pens. Okay, we're in the storage aisle, and there's a lot of like more plastic storage, different kinds. There's cloth storage. There's some wood and metal storage, leather handles if you wanted that metal and wood look. These are plastic. So this is all Walmart, and it's not just in the, storage section. This is like in the laundry section. So you have a lot of options, plus there's shelving. Alright, so in Walmart, I showed you some options in the storage section, in the laundry room section, and then in the furniture section. So don't think if you go to one store and you look in the storage section that that's all they have. Think outside of the box a little, and remember these stores, they're going to have items in different sections because they want to appeal to the widest audience possible. So if they have storage in furniture versus in their storage section, that's great because maybe some people don't want to go to the storage aisle. That's not what they're looking for. But if they find the exact same thing in the furniture section, wow, they found what they wanted, right? So be sure and open your mind to all possibilities of storage and where it could be located in a store. Walmart had a nice selection. I personally prefer more the wood, metal, fabric options, but I don't have those in this craft space I'm in. I have the plastic options, and they work great for where I'm at. So it's whatever you like, whatever you can afford, and what your space dictates. Now, once I show you all the stores, then we'll walk around and I'll kind of show you how my setup is, and then we'll go into making a couple of storage options as well. Okay, so this is Target, and we're going to look at some options they have available. Of course, they have the tubs, the plastic options, just like Walmart. They have storage options. They have storage options for desk here, and this says $2. Excuse me. They have desk storage options here. They have dollar options. It says $2 options. Door storage from $2. They have bathroom storage, which can be used in a craft room. Okay, but also keep in mind this can also be bedroom storage, bathroom storage, craft room, kitchen. So as I'm saying craft room, keep in mind they can be used for the actual room that they're showing you to. Okay. And here we have some great kitchen storage, but think also craft room. Think paintbrushes, pens, pencils, markers, that kind of thing. These baskets right here are great for organizing in as well. They have these clear trays. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but you have to watch. Some of these places have the home edit stuff. So they run a little, if it's that brand, they tend to run a little more expensive than if it's another brand. But again, the plate organizer could be for folders, it could be for notebooks, it could be for paper, okay? So again, don't limit yourself just because this is kitchen storage to using it in the kitchen. You can use it anywhere that you want. I mean, it is very flexible. Okay, then we have this kind of storage, and this is like the cubes. These are fun. These are really pretty. Something like furniture. Of course, you're getting more expensive there. Or like this type of furniture as well. Let's look at the baskets. Baskets are always a fun way to store stuff. You can stack them. So it's totally what you want and where you want. And then another store, of course, would be the Container Store. So let me pull that up real quick. All right. On the Container Store, I just pulled up office, but again, you could look in any room. This size file folders would be great. It says paper storage. That would be awesome. A rolling cart. I actually have a rolling cart that I'm going to show you that I love to use. Of course, bulletin boards are always great for notes and stuff. Maybe you're a visual person and you need what your current main thing is to be up on the, to be up front and center. Then a bulletin board, a whiteboard, blackboard, whatever is great for that. These little caddy organizers are great. I have one on my desk. These are the college shop for dorm rooms. But again, think craft room. Look at this one. This is storage drawers. This is a great size. And there's all different options. There's cubes that you can build. There's plastic storage on wheels. Okay, so you can buy a bunch of cubes this size and use those. There's just a whole bunch of options out there that you can use and configure for your space. Here, Walmart had these, Target had these, and the Container Store has these. And you would just have to, where you want to buy it from and get what you want in your price range. But there's lots of options if you're open to plastic and whatnot. Now, I like this. This is kind of a combination. This is an metal storage with metal baskets. Again, I have something like this that I keep right by my desk. I keep things in it that I use all the time. I did not pay this price. Mine, I think, was from Amazon. And my husband got it like 4 years ago when I was having a bunch of ankle surgeries. But it's a great thing to have, and I'll flip you around and show you. Other stores you can use, of course, are, Big Lots, Costco. Any store that you shop at normally, I would suggest go look and see their options. And remember, don't limit yourself to office storage, office things, go look at kitchen, laundry room, bedroom, garage, bathroom, because you might be surprised and prices might be lower depending on which room you're looking at. Okay, I'm going to go to my phone and show you the storage I use, and I'll be right back on here in just a minute. Guys, this is the rolling storage I told you about. It's really cool. It's really handy. I have 2 plastic containers on top. This is stickers, and that's my washi tape. These are all drawers. This one has like Tim Holtz stuff and playing cards, game cards in it. This one is just, these 2 are just random papers. This one is like blank tags, blank guest checks, that sort of thing. No, this one is little flowers and whatnot, puffy stickers, that sort of thing. This one is guest checks and tags. This one is like beads and stuff. And then the bottom one is like stuff I've already made or I've used as examples. Now, in my closet, again, I have the plastic storage tubs. I have different sizes, different types. This has green stamps in it. This has journals that I've traded for or made. This one holds my napkin stash right here. This is a plastic Coca-Cola crate, and I have envelopes and like cards in it, like thank you cards, greeting cards, that sort of thing, and blank envelopes, junk mail envelopes. Then I have big storage at the bottom holding paper. This is a shelf. I have a bunch of books. This is a metal storage case I got for Christmas one year. I have miscellaneous stuff here, more books, okay? And we'll look over here. And again, I have plastic storage because it's just easy. I also use file folder storage because it works for me, and more plastic storage. Okay, guys, the next option for storage is DIY. It's simply using brown boxes that maybe you get from orders, you know, or maybe you just have some for whatever reason. Maybe you planned on making covers out of them or whatever. These make great storage too. This one is smaller. You could stack cards in here. You could stack envelopes. You could stack tags. There's multiple things. All you would have to do is, if you wanted to, is take another piece of cardboard and make a divider down the center. You could put cards on one side and tags on the other. That's an option. You could do guest checks. This one is taller. You could do some papers this way, long ways. You could store some 12 by 12 papers in here, and you could put tabs in between them. Okay, so using this, now of course you don't want it to stay like this, so you could cover it in paper, you could decoupage it, you could paint it. Really, you're limited by whatever your imagination cannot think of. So just regular old brown boxes are a great option for simple storage. Okay guys, another great storage option is to create your own policy envelopes. And the reason you do this is it's great for blank tags, cards like playing cards, game cards, any type of card you have that you haven't altered yet. This is good for, like I said, blank tags, good for journaling cards, good for guest checks, whatever. And policy envelopes are super simple to make. I have a solid piece of 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper because you want it to have some weight to it. And what you do is you fold the sides in to meet. Now, you don't want them to overlap too much, but you do want them to overlap so you can seal them shut, okay? And depending on how much you want, how wide you want your policy envelope to be, okay? So it can be perfectly even. You can do more on one side than the other. It's, you know, pretty much whatever you want goes. So I'm going to do about right there and have that side overlap the side. And I'm folding my sides first. And then we'll talk about the top and the bottom. Okay, so if you can see, I did it. And it's overlapping only about an inch there. I don't know if you can tell, but it's only overlapping about an inch, which is perfect. That's what you want, for it to overlap about an inch. Okay, once you get the sides good and folded down, then you can open it back up And what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom and fold it up all the way across 1/4 of an inch, okay? Just 1/4 of an inch all the way across the bottom. And just get it all nice and folded down really nice. And this is going to be the bottom. So we're folding only 1/4 of an inch. Now at the top, come and fold it down an inch. And again, all the way across our fold. Now I want you to come back and I want you to fold those sides in again because we want to make sure they get good and creased on our folded bottom and top. Okay, so let's just fold those down, make sure we're good and creased everywhere. Okay. Use your bone folders if you have them out. Now, what we're going to do is bring our top and bottom up like that, and we're going to cut the small sides of our fold at the bottom off. So see where my fold is all the way across, and then see where my folds are coming down. I'm going to cut each little side off totally. So I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to come to the fold and just cut all the way across. And boom. Okay, that's one side off. Now I'm going to come do the other side. And then I'm going to come up and cut the little from top to bottom here. And then come in and there's the second little side off. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing at the top. So I'm just cutting the small folded side flap at the top off. And last one. Okay. Okay. Now once you have those flaps cut off, you need to come in and cut little slants in. So for the one at the top, I'm going to come from the corner of the paper and I'm going to cut in a diagonal. Okay, so I'm going to come in from this corner and I'm going to cut a diagonal. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. I'm going to start from the corner of the paper where it connects. And I'm going to cut a diagonal. Okay? And then there's my top fold. Now, before I do the bottom, I'm going to change out the battery. So I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now, I'm going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to cut diagonals away from here, like that. And then same thing on this side. I'm just going to cut them away from me. And there I have the diagonals on the bottom. So now I'm going to come in, and first I'm going to glue or tape my sides down. So I'm going to put my tape on this side. And tape it down. Make sure I didn't tape it closed. Then I'm going to come on the bottom and tape that shut because I don't need the bottom to be able to open. And you're welcome to glue this if you want. Alright, so my bottom and my middle are taped together. So there's my envelope. So if you wanted to, you could just put some double-sided tape across here. And you would have an actual mailing envelope for a longer piece of paper or a journal, whatever you want to put in. But we are making a policy envelope. And a policy envelope is the one that has the thing here and here, and you run the twine or whatever around them. So I thought it would be fun to use these wood Scrabble letters as our wraparound thing. So I'm going to put the E at the top and the Y down on the envelope. You center them so they're kind of even, and then you just attach them. And I would use glue, but I would use like E6000 or maybe hot glue, but for the sake of the video and getting it done really quick, I'm using double-sided tape, and I will go back and repeat it later. You put the top one in the middle of the flap, that way you have room to wrap, and then you put the other one, the other wrap around. It can be a letter, it can be a button, it can be whatever you want it to be. It could be a brad. I mean, if you had a brad that you wanted to use, there's very decorative brads right now. Okay, anyway, you put this one however far down you think it should go. And I'm going to put it probably about, let's measure here. I think I'm going to put them, let's do 4 inches looks too much. So let's do about, 4 inches apart. So I'm going to put the other one about right here. And there we go. And then let me go get some ribbon to close this with. And we used our Scrabble tiles as our policy envelope closures. I went and used just a small piece of embroidery floss. There, you can see it. Works great. It wraps around the tiles. Super easy. And this looks super cute, and it works great. So okay guys, I have one more self-storage idea for you. This one is using file folders, and again, it's for storing blank tags or tags maybe that you've already put your base coat on and decorated some, but they're not completely done, journaling cards, that sort of thing. So let me go grab 3 file envelopes, and I'll show you how this one's gonna go. Okay, first, this is how I'm storing my file folders in a clear envelope. This is a great way to do it. I can see in here. I can see what's in here. Makes them easy to grab. So, another option for storage. Okay, so you need a file folder with a tab in the middle. You need a file folder with a tab on the one end, left or right. Alright, and one at the other end. So all 3 would be opposite. One on this end, in middle, and one on the other end. Okay? So that's what we've got. This is super easy, super simple to do. Okay, you start with one with the tab on one end or the other. Doesn't matter which one. And you're going to cut, you're going to leave 6 inches. So you're going to cut at the 6-inch mark. So I'm going to measure from here. I'm going to mark 6 inches on here because you're going to cover these. Okay, that's 6 inches. Then I'm going to come draw my line straight. I have a paper cutter. I'm not real sure where it is. Okay, there. And I'm going to cut that off at the 6-inch mark. So I'm having a 6-inch folder instead of a 12-inch folder. Or 8.5, whatever these are. Okay, 6 inches. Now with the other folder, which is opposite of this one, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to use this as my template. You can, of course, measure each one. That's probably the smarter way to do it, but you know, hey. Okay, then keep all these extra parts because, of course, we'll use them again. So far we've got these, they look like this, okay? Now what we're going to do is the middle one, with the thing in the middle, we're going to cut 3 inches off of each side, because if we cut 6, we'd be cutting, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to take my little handy dandy ruler and mark at the 3-inch mark on this side. Okay, I'm going to draw my line at 3 inches. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side after I cut this one off because I'm going to use it as my pattern. Alright, that's step 1. We've cut all of these down to 6 inches. I'm going to put the extra parts out of the way. Now, what you're going to do, I'm going to start with one of the side ones, and what we're going to do is lay it down. The fold is right here. I'm going to pick up just one side, and see this part, not the tabby part, but this other part right here. I'm going to fold it up till it's even with the fold, the bottom, okay? Once I get it up even with the bottom, I'm going to crease it across. Okay, now the back side, I'm going to bring up on this side, and I'm going to bring the tab part, the higher part, up even with the bottom fold at the bottom, okay? And then I'm going to crease that part. And when you open it, it should look like that. Look like that. Looks like a bird with one big wing and one little wing, okay? So we have our bird. And what we're going to do is it's going to be, let's go ahead and fold this one. And what we're going to do, same thing. We're going to put our bottom fold up at the top. We're going to bring just this first layer. Okay, we're going to start with the big tab. So we're going to put our fold up at the top. Bring our big tab up. But we're not going to meet the big tab. We're going to meet the little lower end, okay, this end, and make it even with the fold at the bottom, and then crease. Okay, flip it over, and then this one though, we're going to bring the higher end, this end, up even with the folded bottom, and crease. And we're going to do the last one. Bottom, fold at the top, end with the tab. The littler ends are even. The tab is poking higher, of course. Even and crease. And then the bottom, you're going to bring these even with the fold and crease. Okay, and once you get them even and creased, you are done. Now you have a bunch of birdies with different sized wings, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put them all together. I folded this one a little crooked. If you find you folded one a little crooked, just go back and re-crease it. That's fine. And if the folder was just crooked, then just do your best. All right, there we go. Because this one is like weird and going to be crooked no matter what. Okay, so get your little folded folders here, and now we have the pages to our storage, and what we want to create is a bunch of pockets. So first, what we're going to do, this one opens up like this, okay? So we're going to take this page and tape it to this page, okay? But we're not going to tape the whole thing. We're going to tape across the bottom and this little tab, and that's it. And this is going to be a big pocket right there, okay? Then once we get that, we're going to come back and we're going to go behind and we're going to tape it on the bottom and the side, and it's going to be a pocket from the top. But first, let's do this first one. So we're going to take our first page and we're going to tape down our little tab and across the bottom. Let me get some skinny tape here. You, of course, can use glue. By the way, the upcoming video for next week is I do a massive glue comparison on brands I've never seen before and never heard of. I mean, it's huge, guys. I've bought a lot of different glues, glue tapes, glue runners, everything. So stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button now because it's big. You're not going to want to miss it because you don't want to try these. They're expensive. So watch me try them. Okay. So I just put tape along the bottom and the little tabby part. I'm going to tape those down, and now this is my pocket right here, okay? Now I'm going to flip it over to right here, and I want it to be a top pocket, so I'm going to put tape along the bottom and along the side. So along the bottom and the side. And again, I'm using tape, but you would normally use glue, and I have a whole video coming on that. Okay. So here's our first pocket right here in the front, and then here is our other pocket we just made right here. Now you might say, what are we doing with this part? Well, this part is actually going to glue to that part like that, and then this one is going to glue there, and we're creating the whole thing over, and then this here. We're making a big pocketed thing out of all these halves. Isn't that cool? And then we'll come back and we can decorate it. So let's first connect our two folders together. And again, you don't want to connect them all the way. You want to connect them on the side and the bottom. And we're making another pocket, okay? So side and bottom. Oh, side and bottom, side and bottom, because it's going to be a top opening pocket. So both sides and the bottom. So let's put it on two sides and the bottom. We want to open at the top because it's going to be our pocket. So remember, when you're doing your glue, you want to do thin lines of glue because, again, you want to be able to put tags in here, journaling cards, you know, guest checks, whatever you want to store in here, you want to be able to put. Okay, I've got tape around 3 edges because we want to leave the top open. I'm going to peel off my double-sided tape. Okay, now I'm going to bring this one over and line it up because this is the next folder part. So I want to line it up. So what I'll do is I'll do it like this. Okay, so now I have this. This is a pocket, and we have a pocket up here. Then it opens. You're going to have a blank space here. You can make this a pocket if you want to, too. You can make this a writing space, a notepad, whatever you want. And then you go here, and this top is a pocket up here. So this is a pocket. This is the page that joins them. This is your pocket up here. And then now what do? Well, you're going to put tape on this one along the bottom and the side, and you're going to make another top pocket. And then this one is going to connect to your next file folder right here. So you're going to connect those. So first, let's make this pocket, and it's already joined here, so we need just the side and the bottom. Okay, guys, I came back and I did the inside just so you could see how those, you know, super blank pages would look with pockets. So again, so this little booklet that we made out of 2 file folders, and overall this measures like 4.5 by 6. So 4 by 6. But you've got a lot of pockets. There's one there. This is the front pocket. And then there's one up top too. So that's 2 pockets. Then you open it up. And there's 3 and 4. And before you turn the page, there's one up here as well. So that's 5 pockets. Then you open it up and you could build another pocket here, which would be 6. 7, and then look, there's another pocket up here, which is 8, okay, and then you could put one here, 9, here, 10, and here, 11. So the opportunity for 11 pockets in this cute little 4x6 ephemera holder. Don't forget, we made our little policy envelope, which is also a great ephemera holder, and we used our Scrabble tiles as our policy envelope closures. I went and used just a small piece of embroidery floss. There, you can see it. Works great. It wraps around the tiles, super easy, and this looks super cute and it works great. So this is a nice way to storage. This is a nice way to store your ephemera, as is our little multi-pocket file folder ephemera holder. So guys, I hope you like this video on all the different organizational options there are. We started off with our paid options, and then we went down to our DIY options. Starting with our just plain box that we could decoupage, paint, or whatever we could do to this box to make it would work out as amazing storage for our 12 by 12 craft paper, file folders, packs of cardstock, whatever we have. This is a great option, and it only costs whatever it cost you to get the box. Then we moved to our We Make It options, and we did our policy envelope with our Scrabble tile closure, and we also did our 11 pocket potential ephemera holder that is 4 by 6. Again, this is a great option for those tags, journaling cards, and guest checks, those sorts of things. So guys, thanks for being here with me today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget our video coming on Wednesday is going to be about all the different types of glue. I have a bunch of new glues to review. Glues I've never heard of. Berry glue, B-E-A-R-Y. There's going to be about 9 or 10 tested glue options, so you don't want to miss that. So be sure and hit the subscribe button with that little bell. Thanks for being here today, guys, and I'll see you next time for another great video. Bye.